Okay, well, welcome everyone. I love our Sunday night calls where we just break off as a region because we get to celebrate successes, and I don't know, it's just a little bit more intimate and personal, and it's our tribe all together. So I love that. We're going to start off the call with February recognition. It is going to take a while because we have a ton. We had a rocking month in February, and March, like I look at our dashboard, is already incredible. So I can't wait to see what everyone accomplishes in March. Like, it's going to be off the hooks and off the charts and super exciting. So getting into it, new consultants on our team. And you guys, the cool thing is it's the 5th of March and these people are new already, like as of the 5th of March, in March. So Ashley Herman, she was sponsored by myself, and then Jody Fleschner, sponsored by myself. Welcome to Sarah Oliver, who Cassandra Pomeroy sponsored, and then Hillary Hamilton, Sue Hutzel sponsored her. So welcome to the team, and congrats for all of you building your team. That's amazing, and I love that it's already in March. Okay, district manager qualification. We had a ton, and you guys, they went in with really into fall with really good numbers. So I know they will all finish this month. We will have tons and tons of new district managers to celebrate next month. So Jamie, do you guys want me to do last names too? I'll do last names. Jamie Lashier, Brooke Jensen, Jessica Roth, Tiffany, Cassandra, what is Tiffany's last name? I have, help me out if you can unmute yourself.
Hodgkins.
Thank you, Tiffany Hodgkins. I did not write it down. Sue Hetzel, and then Nicole Wildman. So congrats to all of you. Like I said, I can't wait to celebrate you all next month for being brand new district managers. We have a new district manager in the house, Shiann Swanson. This is the really cool thing is, you guys, she's sponsored, and February was even a short month, which I hate that. Like, we're cut 3 extra days. But she like finished way before the month was over. Like, she finished like 4 days early, which is pretty incredible. And she was like halfway to area manager. So I have no doubt in my mind that her and her team will go into AM call this month. District manager, oh, and she also earned, this is really cool, and this is newer in Arbonne, so I love that all of you new consultants can earn this, but she earned the consultant cash bonus. So she got an extra $100, and so did Jamie, got an extra $100 in their paycheck, you guys. Like, that's pretty cool. Okay, DM cash bonus. I have to give these two ladies kudos because they earn it every single month. It's an extra $200 in their pockets, but it's the district manager bonus. So congrats to Laura and Cassandra, and I earned it as well. And then I have to recognize, because this is a really big deal, like we had in our region over 40 new PCs, and you guys, there were several of you who sponsored like 4, 5 or more. So I want to recognize that because that's pretty amazing. It means you're in tons of activity. So Shiann Swanson, Jamie Lashier, Cassandra Pomeroy, Sue Hutzel, Brooke Jensen, and then Ashley Tim. So that's huge. And then Brick earners were Laura, Shiann, Cassandra, oh, what Megan is that? Megan Hansen, me, Amanda, and then Jamie Lashier, and then 2,500 PQV. They personally did this with Shiann, Jamie Lashier, and myself. So we had an awesome month, you guys. Like I said, March is already off to a great start. So get ready. Our call in April, our region call, it literally will take the full 30 minutes to probably do recognition, but that's a good thing. So just some housekeeping before we hear from our amazing speakers tonight. I just want to get some dates on your calendar if you don't have them already. I'm going to breeze through these. The Des Moines area Discover Arbonne is tomorrow night at 7. We're obviously going to have an opportunity and recognition, but it's going to be a healthy living focus. There's still time to invite, so get lots of guests there. Those in the Lincoln area, there's a Discover Arbonne there on the 21st. On the 22nd is the Council Bluffs Discover Arbonne for those of you in that area. And I think those are the big ones for March. And just so you can get April's, both the Omaha and the Des Moines one are on the same day. And it is April 4th. So get that down. So Tuesday, April 4th will be the Discover Arbonne. And then the new product launch, because we'll get new products in April from GTC, will be in Des Moines the 27th at 7. And we'll talk about those in April, but I just want you guys to get them down on your calendars if they're not already. And I get the privilege of introducing our speakers tonight. This is what I'm going to call tips from the top. They are in your guys' shoes, where they are a brand new district manager. So we get to hear from Shiann Swanson and also Jamie Lashier. And she is a soon-to-be brand new district manager. But the cool thing about Jamie is she was brand new last month and on her own did $2,500. So they both have rockin' businesses. They're both promoting like mad. So we get the privilege of hearing from them. Shiann, I'm going to have you kind of share your story first, and then Jamie, I'll have you kind of share your story, and then we'll open it up for Q&A.
Okay, perfect. So my story is kind of long, but I'll try to make it short. Anyways, I was introduced to the products actually 4 years ago by Laura. She asked me to host a party for her, and I was really reluctant because I thought nobody would show up. But people did show up, and I immediately loved the RE9 kit from the beginning. I had really pink and red undertones, so I could tell, you know, the next day that I didn't have that anymore. But to be honest with you, Arbonne kind of fell by the wayside because I was in nursing school, and then I went right into dental hygiene school, and then now I'm a mom and had a house and marriage and all that crazy stuff. So I never really thought about the Arbonne business. She asked me on the tail end of my maternity leave, hey, if I send you a video, are you going to watch it? So I did, and I was immediately blown away. I think it was 3 girls from the Council Bluffs area. And I don't know, it just really pulled at my heartstrings, and I knew that there's just something better out there. And I'm going to cry, but I just had seen what she had done in her life and how it changed so much. And I thought, oh my God, I want that. I need that. So I think it was like a week later, I signed up with Laura, and now I am able to stay home with my son, which was my big picture why. And, you know, life is going good right now. So that's kind of what really got me started. Was actually watching Laura and what she had done. So people are watching you. If they say no, that just means not right now. So yay. That's all I have of my story.
Perfect. Jamie, you're next, girl.
Awesome. Okay. That's precious that you're a crier, because I'm a crier too. So but I don't think I'll cry right now. So I started in January. I went to a friend's party. Megan and I actually went to high school together. And then another high school friend between us had a party, and she's been my good friend forever and invited me to Arbonne. And I was like, okay, don't know how to pronounce that word, but I'll come. Didn't bring my credit card because I was like, I'm not going to buy anything. Got there, Megan said everything. And as I was listening, I was texting my husband. I was like, can you tell me my budget for this month? And then can you text me the credit card information, please? So then I had a long wish list, and Megan was like, looking at it, and I was like, Megan, I literally can't afford all this. So she said the words 80% off for hosting, and I said, sign me up. And then we just got to talking more, and I've been asking her about like her life, and she just described like being a stay-at-home mom and what that's done for her life. She said the income, which is awesome, but honestly, like my husband and I are well off as far as like we both have a nice job and we have what we want. But I think it was really like I had a prayer like that week that before I went to the party, just like asking God to show me my gifts and my skills and what he would like me to do. I'm an 8th grade reading teacher right now at Boone. So hanging out with 8th graders all day is really interesting. Got a lot of fart stories if you want any of those, but I really enjoy it. I love it. I love the relationships. I love talking to kids. But I just don't see myself doing that for 30 years. And I just want to kind of be like a family mom, just have some freedoms. And so I prayed about it. And when I got there and talked to Megan, God was just answering a prayer like through that conversation. I could just totally feel that working. So I signed up, and that's where I'm at right now. And I've been loving it. And I know it's been easy. It's been hard work, but it's been easy, which means like to me that like God is just like pushing and making this what it's supposed to be. So
Love it. Okay, so this is basically off the cuff. I was nice and I texted them these questions like 5 minutes ago, but they haven't had all day to prepare. So just know this is going to be super authentic and off the cuff for them. But I text them some questions, and then I want to open it up because I know I'm not going to ask all the burning questions you guys have, so you guys can really put them on the spot. But I have 5 questions I'm going to ask, and like I said, then we'll unmute the lines and you guys can ask away because we're all in the same boat, and I love that. But question number 1, and I don't care who goes first, what are some obstacles you ran into, and how did you overcome them?
you want to go first, Shiann?
Sure.
I don't care.
I am not good on the spot, by the way. I guess one obstacle that I'm kind of still going through right now is I had a very, very busy potential business builder. I dropped off the RE9 set to her, and then we followed up with a one-on-one. I had to bring Laura in for help. Don't be afraid to bring your sponsor in for help. They're very, very valuable and important. So she had to get going, so we couldn't really address all of her hesitations and fears. So then, Laura and I had a 3-way call with her, and then we're kind of still following up with her and trying to still keep her excited because I know she's really, really excited and wants to start. But she's hesitant about something, and we can't really figure it out yet. But I guess, yeah, that's just one obstacle that I'm kind of going through. So you kind of just have to channel people and kind of be patient and wait, I guess. That's all I have.
I love that. I love that you mentioned third party because it's key. But you guys, sponsoring is dating. You are dating people into your business. So it might take 6 to 10. I mean, Laura was a tough nut to crack. I think I met with her 10 times. Like we went on 10 dates together for me just to get to know her. And like Shiann said, go over hesitations and fear. So just know they might not say yes the first time. Sponsoring people into your business is like dating. I mean, it's not like you meet them and you go to third base with them that very same day. Like, you gotta date them. Okay, Jamie.
Yeah, I was gonna say like building my team has been my obstacle right now. I think the people that I initially thought of are giving me no's, but for good reason. So it's hard for me to push. But I would say the other obstacle that I've ran into, just kind of describing the business just to family and friends really, is like the pyramid scheme myth and like the negativity around that. And honestly, when I started this, I didn't have a clue what they were talking about. I don't know anything about business. So they'd say, oh, it's just a pyramid scheme. I get it. Like you have to get people under you. And I was like, I don't know, like she calls it a ladder. So we're both like making money. What I've like discovered is really, that works really well for that. One, just positivity. Like if they don't want to talk about it and they shut you down, they're like, okay, yep, that's fine. You're not interested. Or just like killing them with kindness sort of thing. Like, yeah, okay, I understand your views. But also like, I'm kind of excited to, like in my back of my mind, I'm like, okay, that's fine, but you're going to see where I'm at here in a few weeks or like a few months. And even those, like my mom, for example, was one of those. She was my biggest fan, but she was also like the devil's advocate sort of thing. Like, oh, I did a Mary Kay thing and it didn't work and it fell through. And she wanted to protect me, but I just, I texted her my last 2 months paychecks, and that kind of shut her up. So just like showing them my success and my happiness, honestly, through it, like being genuine with my happiness of the freedom and what I've done so far has worked and overcome that obstacle. But the building the team one is still an obstacle. So I feel you, Shiann.
I love that. And I think, Jamie, like you couldn't have said it better. You guys are going to run into naysayers. And I think my perfect thing she said is never argue with a naysayer. Like, you guys, it's never going to work out. Like, just kill them with kindness and say, like, I get what you're saying. But in the back of your head, I love what Jamie said. Like, I always think when people try to give your advice, it's like, well, why would I take advice from someone who like quit their business or like it didn't work out for them, or even the whole pyramid scheme? Not that you guys would ever argue something, but so you guys know, because there's lots of new people on, pyramid schemes are illegal in America. I think all over the world actually, but I know for sure in America, our government regulates them, and they're, even if they do start up, they're literally shut down like within a month or two. Like, the government really regulates that. And what that means is a pyramid scheme is like people buy into something, but there's no exchange of goods. With Arbonne, like obviously they buy something, there's an exchange of goods, so it's not a pyramid scheme. And compensation wise, ours is not set up as a pyramid scheme, because any of you literally could pass me. If you work harder, if I'm just sitting on the couch eating bonbons, you can pass me and we make zero. Like, your sponsor, if you pass them, they make zero off of you ever, period. So like Jamie said, Arbonne is a ladder where we're coaching down at you, saying, you can do it. Don't step on that rung like I did. That's a mistake. Like, that rung is going to break on you, or don't do that. I made that mistake. But if we're going to be lazy, like, you can pass like your ladder and you're above us. So just know that, just so you have that info tucked in the back of your head. Again, like Jamie said, perfect advice. Never argue that. Like, kill people with kindness. But I mean, if you look at corporate America is the perfect pyramid scheme. There's only ever one CEO, and realistically, is the janitor ever going to be the CEO? Never. Like, a bank teller is probably never going to own the bank. Next question. I have it in my phone. I apologize. You guys know what they are. What are some success tips you have? Jamie, I'm going to have you start since Shiann went first last time.
Things that have worked really well for me, success tips. I am a calendar person, so I have it on my phone, and I actually have like a paper copy. Both of those work really well together, and I need those. And I even write in like, so like if I have an event, like the week before, I'll write in like, text them this invite or text them this Facebook video or whatever it is, just so I like know what I should get done that day instead of like having a long list in my head. I've set up an office space in my house, and when I say office space, is like literally just the corner is the desk, but it feels like when I sit down, I feel like I'm working and I can get stuff done. And then, along with that, like office space, I've noticed like juggling my time at home. Like, I'm super jacked up for Arbonne and I want to do it all the time, but I have a husband downstairs and we want to watch a movie. And so I've set a timer on my computer. You can just go like online timer on your phone or whatever. Whatever it is that you want to work for, half an hour. But when that timer goes off, then it's time to like shut down and wrap it up and go do life and be with my husband. So that's worked really well. And then the last thing, just writing questions down literally all the time, putting them in my phone, putting them on my notebook, and then texting them to Megan, or just like getting on a call and getting all those questions answered. And no question is a stupid question as far as I know. So yeah.
Love it. Okay, Shiann.
What's really worked well for me is actually dropping off the full-size RE9 kit. Even if it's my own personal one, I don't care. I'll do it, because sample packs are great. I feel like they work for people who are, if you're mailing them out of town. But if there's somebody close and in town, drop off the full-size RE9 kit, because then you have to meet up with them, and it's kind of like a one-on-one when you do meet up with them. Mm-hmm. And I feel like they respond to you a little bit better and know that you're not just trying to sell them something once you have that one-on-one. Number 2, what's really worked for me is you have to listen to Valerie Edwards. She is amazing. Her SoundCloud about overcoming objections. And take notes. I am probably a nerd, but I take a lot of notes. And every objection she has ever came across, seriously, write it down and study it, because that just makes your life so much easier when somebody says, I'm not a salesperson. I don't think anybody will come to my party. I go, yep, what'd Valerie say? Yep, that's right. That's true. So that's all I do. I'm a big copycat. So it really works. That's all I have.
Perfect. So Valerie does Monday morning Zooms, but she converts them to SoundClouds, and it's a free app. If you don't know what SoundCloud is, download it. It's a free app. It's amazing. I know Shiann, because Laura told me this. She's like, she listens to them all the time. I mean, that's how you learn. When I fold laundry, I listen to SoundCloud, or when I'm getting ready in the morning, I listen to SoundCloud. But tomorrow, speaking of Valerie Edwards, for those of you trying to get in the younger market, she has Avery McCann. She's like a 20-year-old RVP, soon to be nation. Peyton Mott sponsored Avery McCann. When she got to RVP, literally, she started in April and July. She was an RVP. She's like 20. That will be on SoundCloud very soon if you want to listen to that and like just know how they're working with that younger market, because I don't even know how to work with a younger market. So it's going to be a great SoundCloud. Okay, finish this sentence. If I would have known blank before I started, I would have blank. And Shai, you can start first.
Oh my gosh. The only thing I could come up with is, if I would have known the value of this opportunity, I would have started a lot sooner. Honestly. But as far as right now, I can't really think of anything. Come back to me.
Okay.
This one's hard for me too. This is super cheesy. I'm not sucking up, but if I would have known how awesome Megan is as a coach, like sponsor, as a person, I would have said yes way faster. Like Shiann said, like I would have done it sooner. I think that was just my hesitation at first. Like, I hadn't talked to Megan since like, we were in a sorority together. We talked in college. So I just, you've been awesome, like coaching and answering questions and being supportive. And so I would have said yes way sooner than being like hesitant about it.
Yeah. Oh, you're sweet. Okay. Number 4, what are or were some of your hesitations and fears, and how did you overcome them?
My biggest hesitation or fear was, I don't want to be salesy, or I don't want people to reject me. I realized that number 1, if I have friends, then I'm probably not pushy or salesy, because nobody wants to be friends with a pushy or salesy person. I really had to look at the business a different way and realize that I'm just sharing with people products that I love and kind of educating them a little bit, and not trying to sell, or I need a number or a quota. You know, the stigmatism that you had with like a pyramid scheme. You have to sell so much to make it in this company. I had to think a totally different way about that.
Some hesitations and fears that I've had, same as Shiann, like just rejection sucks. My husband is in sales, and I said that the other day. I was like, actually, one of my best friends was like, she said it in the nicest, sweetest way, but she wasn't interested. And I was like, oh my gosh, I feel awful about myself. But he's like, babe, people are going to say no to you, and it's still okay. You can still be friends and move on. So that's a work in progress, just accepting rejection. But at the very beginning, I was nervous of what like my family would say. Not in a bad way, just I wanted to explain it all and get it out there. I composed like a email, like a detailed email about what I was doing, some links, just the fact that I was excited about it, and I don't need anything from them. I don't need them to buy products, just support. And that got me like a bunch of emails back. Like some people said, hey, that's awesome, I totally support you. Some people were like, yes, I want to buy something. And that's not what I was expecting at all. But I've realized like overcoming that like negativity of either like friends or family or just people in general, like surrounding myself with supportive people. So like these calls, talking to Megan, really reaching out to like my 2 or 3 best friends that like reached out to me about like buying or hosting and like saying, Jamie, we'll do whatever you need to support us or to support you. So just surrounding myself with those people have helped with that fear.
Perfect. Okay, last one, and then we'll open it up. What are your favorite things about being an Arbonne consultant? Jamie, you can go first.
That I don't have to wear a bra on these calls, and I can look when we're doing these things. Honestly, just like the freedom, like I can do this stuff here from my home. When I'm at work, not teaching, like on my lunch break and stuff, I can do a little bit there. I can do a lot of it from my phone. And just the fact that it's like my business is super empowering. I didn't think I could do this. I told my husband, I was like, I can't run a business, and now I am, and that's a crazy, awesome thing.
And I have to, okay, Jamie's really good at chunking her calendar. And I thought this was so smart. And I've been doing this forever and I didn't even think of this. So today she had 2 virtual parties and she did them back to back, which is brilliant. But the cool thing is she scheduled them both today. So her Facebook posts were the same. Like she had to do the work to make the Facebook post, you know, daily or every other day, but they were the same thing. So she could copy and paste. So if you're going to book some virtuals or even get-togethers, I love stacking like my Sundays, or like if I'm going to have to be out of the house, do 2 presentations in a day. So then they're done. You're out of the house once. If you have kids, you get a sitter once. But I thought that was so smart. And she has one next Monday. So I was like, to make it work easy on you, you should book another one like half hour later, and just stack them. So that's one thing I love that you do. You're super smart with your time. Okay, Shy.
Perfect. My favorite is I actually love planning parties. I am a type A person, so I really get to put my manager skills to use, and I really like that. And most importantly, the time freedom. Like Jamie said, I mean, I could do this in my underwear if I really wanted to, sitting at my computer and, you know, reaching out to people. And I really like that because you obviously couldn't do that at a desk job or anything. So yeah, I love planning parties and getting that in the books. So it's my favorite.
Love it. You can plan our nation like retreats then. We'll put you on that.
I would probably like that.
You will love planning your car presentation then. You will love
Yes.
it. Awesome. Okay, I'm going to unmute the lines and, oh, that got really loud. Ask away. This is a Q&A. We have a couple minutes left to the call, so ask away. Don't be shy. Anyone? Bueller? Okay. If you have a question, just unmute yourself. But just to wrap it up, don't forget, I'm sure, like, unless you're living on a rock, you already know this, but it is half price to be a consultant. So it is $39.50 to sign up as a consultant. And if they're already a PC and they want to upgrade, it's $19.50, you guys. $19.50 to start a business, to get a global website, to get a company that backs you and comes up with these wonderful products. Like, that's mind-boggling to me. It's like for even $39.50 to get a global business. And you guys know how amazing Arbonne is and what they do for us on a daily basis and the products they give us and the support. Like, that is mind-blowing to me that people can start their business. I've never seen them do this. I have heard through the grapevine they will never do it again. So circle back around to those people that have been on the fence is well worth it. I circled back around to 6, and I'm not saying it's all going to be rosy and posy. 2 people didn't even respond, and the other 4, I have 2 booked for this week with 2 of them, and the last 2 started the business this past week. But circle back around to those people who were on the fence, or even if you're brand new, just share your excitement with what's going on. Pick some positive things you're doing in your business and share that excitement with them. Even if it's you just love the products, share that with people. Share that with people. But I'm so excited for March, you guys. It's going to be fantastic. This is our only team call of the month, so make it a great month. And I'm so excited for all of you and love you all. Have a good night.